Hi, this is JD Kilgallen, manager of the Analytics and AI team and associated products at Keyfactor, and today I'm going to demonstrate the newly developed MCP server for Keyfactor Command. The Model Context Protocol, or MCP, is a novel technology that allows agentic AI assistants to leverage external tools to accomplish a goal. I'm going to use Anthropic's Claude Sonnet 4 model to show how certificate lifecycle management tasks can achieve a higher degree of automation using AI with this MCP server. Using the command MCP server is as simple as querying your AI. So I'm starting here by asking Claude to tell me about my riskiest certificate expiring in the next 30 days. This command instance has risk intelligence enabled, and Claude is able to correctly construct a query to return that single highest risk certificate meeting the criteria. It's given me the basic details about the certificate it found, as well as the risk factors, and it's provided its own recommendation to perform a complete security review. This is just of certs expiring in the next 30 days, though, and we can generalize this query and expect Claude again to construct an appropriate request to the command API. And here it's found a cert with a risk score over 1800, well into the critical territory on the scale. It tells me it has catastrophic problems and represents an existential threat to my PKI and recommends that I revoke it. This one has even more EKU problems though, so maybe let's ask a follow-up about those. So tell me about the EKUs. We know the worst issue is key cert sign, but with 27 EKUs, that's not the only problem. And it's listing each known EKU, then the unknown, then it goes on to explain the danger that these EKUs support distinct use cases and are typically not all found on the same certificate. So I've got at least 2 certificates that should be revoked and replaced with better certificates from a trusted enterprise PKI, and I can just direct Claude to do that. Claude has even filled in appropriate revocation reasons and comments. Then it automatically filled in the subject and SAN on a new request. Now, command is configured to prevent renewing the same certificate twice, and this one has already been renewed. So when it passes the renewal ID and gets that error back, it automatically tries again without specifying the renewal ID, and this works. And then it's completed both of those revocations and renewals, and it is summarizing all of the actions that it took. And it tells me that now my PKI environment is considerably more secure. Maybe I want to double check, so we can ask it to confirm that detail. And it gets those certificate details again and does one more query to be sure, and it tells me yes, it gives me a full report concluding these new certificates did resolve the significant issues. So this is demonstrated using the command server to find my risky certificates, revoke them, and replace them all from this natural language interface. Finally, to illustrate the power of this architecture and give a taste of what's still to come, I can instruct it to use a separate MCP server for Keyfactor Signum, our code signing solution, and tell me if any of my certificates in that platform have the same issue. And it concludes that no, these certificates are better. So these integrations built on the Model Context Protocol are still considered experimental and not for production use. But the power of this approach is clear, and we look forward to sharing more updates as we progress. Thank you.